Hey guys, it's Wednesday, March 27th. Hope everybody's had a good night. If you had watched my last video, which was on Monday, I told you I had a dental appointment yesterday. I've got a receding gum line that they got to take care of, and yeah, it wasn't a good day, so I wasn't up to doing a video, but able to get one even though it's late today. It'll be short and sweet. Thank you for those who have subscribed here in the last week. I appreciate that. As I've said a million times, I'm not trying to get Taylor Swift subscriber numbers. All that does is just let me know that I'm actually helping somebody when you subscribe and hit the like button. It just lets me know that, hey, I'm actually helping somebody. And that, I thought when you got on the YouTube channel and you had a trade room, that's what you were supposed to do. But I'm sure you've noticed, like I have over the years, that it's gotten away from that. It's more about people making these fancy thumbnails, keeping you tied to them, to where you got to keep coming back, doing views and talking, and not really making any money. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't fall for stuff like that. I hope that you don't either. But I don't try to push that, because I've had several people message me and say, why don't your thumbnails need to be updated, they need to be more professional. I'm like, I'm not trying to push that. I just want to teach people to trade. That's it, plain and simple. If I could just have stuff without thumbnails, I'd be perfectly happy, because I don't want to try to attract you that way. I want to try to attract you because you want to be able to trade successfully on your own eventually, without me, from home, full time, without having to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, unless you just want to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and trade. And then have your wife be able to retire. I retired early trading this way. I would think that would be everybody's goal that works a job. Unless you just enjoy your job, you enjoy working and being away from the house, and that's okay too. But that's what you got to decide when you get to those rooms, because looks like most of them are pushing subscribes and likes more and more every day, and I'm not sure they're making any money. They just got, if they can keep you, because I have some fancy thumbnails and all that stuff, that's for sure. But if that's what attracts you and you want to get into be able to follow them, then good luck with that. That's all I can say. Good luck with that. I'm not going to be that way. I'm not going to create stuff like that to try to draw you. I want the people that are going to be drawn because they are dead serious about trading. They don't care what thumbnails and all that crap looks like. They just want to be able to retire early, to make money successfully, and be able to teach. That's one of the things I ask. If I teach you and you wind up being successful trading, that you return the favor to somebody else. That's all I ask. I don't ask for money or anything. All I ask for is, if you like the information I'm providing and you're making money, hopefully. Remember, this is for trading education purposes only. That's what we're supposed to say. So on with the video. The pound dollar is in a buy. It had a flush down sell. These get filled in at some point. Now, when this started, this was on March the 21st. Here we are 6 days later, and we haven't gone up to here and fill it in, but we're coming. You just don't know when it's going to happen, but it does happen. Let me try to find you another one where that happened. Over time, there you go. Flush down. No big retracement. 3 big 3-hour candles. And that happened on March the 14th. It didn't get filled in until March the 21st, a whole week later. But you can see how that does happen. You just don't know how long it's going to be, but that's coming. That is coming. Up to here. So I am in this pound dollar buy. I was actually in, excuse me, throat's dry, over here with the buy. Took half off, but our stop is now over here. This thing just did not go up like it's supposed to. It's supposed to make a little sideways or small retracement and then push up with a much bigger high, running away from it, and it didn't do it this time. So I am a little nervous, but not worried about it, because I took half off on the pound dollar. The second half is going to make a couple of bucks. It'll make more money if it can push up into here. Make good money if it pushes up into there. So I am in that one. Aussie dollar, I was in this, got stopped out, and had to re-enter in the trade. This is the one I was originally in. It ran away. I got out manually. I didn't get stopped out because that orange line, I don't know if it's orange on your computers, but that is a daily, weekly resistance line. And when it got up to there, I said from down here, like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and take it off. Now, it did go a little bit higher, not much, about 20 pips, 25 pips, but then you see what happened, wiped all that out. So I got stopped out anyway. But this is from experience. That's all it is. Like I said in my earlier videos, I print these charts off every day, and I write on them, especially when I have a trade, why I got in, where I'm looking to take off half, and where I'm looking for potentially to get out of the trade. And I write that on the ones I get in. I would suggest you do the same thing. Yes, it can be expensive because you're using paper, a lot of paper, and then you're using a lot of ink, and if you don't have a printer, then you got to buy a printer. But when you do this for a living, it's as a business, that is a tax write-off because you're using that stuff for your business. Now, you won't get all that money back, okay? So just remember that. But you do get a good percentage of it back, but you won't get it all back. And you have to keep up with receipts and all that stuff too, so that great, wonderful stuff. So the Aussie dollar, that's where it got in, that's where it got out. When it came back over here for another buy opportunity, low risk, of course, is what I look for. I was able to get in again, take half off, but I have been stopped out because I followed it up right there and got stopped out right there. Now I am looking for another buy opportunity. If it can come up and take this high out, that will be my stop, that arrow low, unless this comes down further. And if it does, it's probably going to take this arrow out, and then we're going down lower. That is a pivot, that support, we're right in the middle. So this could go either way at this point in time. So I'm just keeping an eye on it because I'm not in this trade. I've already taken 2 trades on this. Good trade, a lot of money on that one. And this one took half the position off, moved the second half up, and it made good money, but I got stopped out over here. So I'm not in it, but I'm looking for another buy opportunity because I'm expecting it. It came up here, almost filled in that flush. You could give the case for it that it did. It's really close. But this is what I'm looking for, is for it to come back up into here. If it continues down and takes that arrow out, then the deal is off for now on that. I have to look for another opportunity to buy on the Aussie dollar. Let me get to the pound CAD. There's the buy. It's gone sideways. It ran away. It did not give you a chance to get in. Those are not, they're too low risk, high risk trades. I don't take those. That's what I look for right here. When the sell arrow shows up and the return up, low risk trade, the high of that arrow is 172.89. The high of that candle right there is 78. So that's 11 plus 3 is 14. You're not going to get it perfect, so you're still going to be around 20, 22, even if you don't get that perfect high right there. And there's your reward for waiting, was there it goes. Now this didn't give that. It ran away. I'm looking for it to pull back down into here. The low of that candle is 170.68. I'm looking for like 77, maybe another 30 pips down. Looking to get in for a long up into here. So I'm not in the pound CAD. Pound yen, I only do sales on the pound yen. I don't do buys because the Japanese bank could step in at any time and drive this thing down. See, there's the sell, the low risk trade, the arrows show up. See, people don't have this thing. I created these arrows. Spent a lot of time because I don't know JavaScript. But fortunately, my father-in-law, he knew a little bit of stuff like that, and then we knew somebody who worked in that field that wrote JavaScript code, and was able to get them to write it for us, for the computer to tell it this is what to look for. There we go. The little spike up, you get in with a low risk trade. That is $5 that risk on that trade for that reward. And if you were trading 1 minute, 3 minute, 5 minute chart like most on YouTube do, I can sit and wait. I don't do that. I trade 1 hour and 4 hour daily. So this is what I look for. I just let it do what it's supposed to do. If it's going to work, that's how it works. If it don't work, the majority of the time you're going to take off half the position, and then you're going to get stopped out of the second position, but you're going to get stopped at break even or a couple of bucks. So either way, you're the good. And then you just look for the next trade. There's plenty to choose from. But when the 1 and 3 and 5 minute and even 15 minute traders, on average, they take 8 to 10 pips. That's not from me. You can find that on the internet. That's from the brokerage houses. That's what they say their average trader, people who trade with them companies, take on a trade, the profit, 8 to 10 pips. Now, chances are you're probably going to get stopped out because that's too tight when you take that many. And so you continually have to look for a new trade if you get stopped out. I don't have to. Once I get in, that's my trade. That's my trade. But them are the ones on YouTube that push the subscribers and the likes. So, I mean, hopefully my audience is a lot smarter and they don't fall for crap like that. I've even had to tell several people, they go, well, they have a good winning percentage. They have it on their YouTube channel. It's right on the page. And I'm like, what do they tell you? Or does it show how many pips they got total off of all them trades? And you can't find them. And a lot of them don't provide it. So what would that tell you? If they get 8 to 10 pips, they may have a like mine. I'm going to have some losers, but they're going to be low risk trades. So I can have a $15 or $20 loss. I can actually have 4 or 5 in a row, and that's 100 pips loss. But then this one trade, look what happens. You think that one trade wipes out all 5 losses that I have plus some? Then I have a profit. But I could show, if I'd done that and I posted it on my YouTube channel, it would look like this. 1 win, 5 losses. You think anybody's going to follow me if I post that? Nope, they're not. But the best, most important information is not provided on those other YouTube channels. Because I would make money on a losing record. And theirs are going to be bad because all they go for is 8 to 10 pips, and they're not going to be right all the time. So more times than not, their losses are going to be equal to or greater than what they make. So yes, they had a winning record, but they didn't make any money. But yet they keep you tied to them by these fancy thumbnails and videos and all that stuff. You don't want that. You don't make money off of that. They make money off of it, but you don't make money off of it. You need to be taught to make money consistently to where you can get to the point you don't need me no more. You can trade on your own. You're consistently making money. You get to the point where you can retire and your spouse retires early. That's the goal. And I think for most of those who started out, that was the goal. But then when they realize, oh, if I can get so many subscribers and likes, I think YouTube's going to pay me. Well, if you do what you're supposed to do and you do it the right way, you're going to get paid anyway, which is what I do. That's why I don't push trying to get, Taylor Swift subscribers and likes. I don't. If it comes, that's great and wonderful. But if it don't come, that's great and wonderful too, as long as I'm helping people make money. Okay, enough of that, because I could go on that for weeks. I just want you to be smart enough. Please, be smart enough. Put 2 and 2 together, make sure it comes up to 4. That was the pound yen. I don't do any buys. I only look for sales. Because of the flush down that almost filled it in, not quite, plus that arrow. I'm looking for it to come back up into here. You see this line, orange. Hopefully it's orange on yours. Let me squeeze it so you can see a little bit better. That is a yearly, not daily, not weekly, not monthly, yearly resistance. And you see what happened when it got up there. Now you tell me if that's important. Tell me, if you don't have that on computer screen, you had no idea that that was going to sell off right from there and come down. Let's see, down to 190. That was 193, about 360 pips, maybe a little bit more. That it came down off of that. You think that was important, that number? A lot of times we come up and retest it before we get smacked back down again. So there's potential for a push-up back up into here. Now what we have on the other end, if it continues down, if I can squeeze this, there was a buy that was down here, right back here, way over there. So we're a good ways away from that. But these usually get filled in before they go down lower. I'm only looking for sales on the pound yen. I'm looking for no buys till the Bank of Japan has to intervene, and then that'll change my mind. Euro New Zealand, there was the sale. I was in this trade. Where was it? Right, it was either here or over here. I think it was right there, and I got stopped out right there, but I was able to take off half the position, and then the second half broke even, so I didn't make as much money, and it went higher, and then I did it again, and the same thing happened. Shorted right there, half the position, got stopped out, it went higher, and I'm not back in this trade yet, but I'm looking for it to push up, as we got a good ways to go before we get to the yearly resistance. And the pound New Zealand is going to have the same picture. Yep, nothing to do there. I mean, you could sell it up here if you wanted to. That's your stop. I think we're a good ways away. Yep, 215.5, almost 500 away from yearly resistance. So New Zealand yen was in a sale. It ran away, didn't give you a chance to get in. There's the flush. We hadn't got up there expecting it to go up into here, and possibly even up into here for the sale. I'm only looking for sales on this one too, the New Zealand yen. Euro Aussie is in a sale right now. You see how it ran away on the buy. These always come back. I'm expecting it to come back to about what am I talking about, 50, 60, 70, about 70 from where it's at, for a buy opportunity, somewhere down in here. So I'm not doing anything on that. Euro Aussie, Euro CAD, I'm looking to get in a buy. This will be my stop, the low of that candle. As soon as I do this video, then I'm going to be looking for a buy. That's a stop, low risk trade on the Euro CAD. Pound Aussie, unfortunately I'm still in this thing and it's just done nothing. Like, what's the other one I showed you that's doing the same thing? It just went, I think it was Aussie dollar. But I got in over here. I was being able to take, it's gone up enough to where I got my 40, which is half on the pound Aussie. That's where I take it off at 40, half the position. It's just not done its little retracement push-ups to be able, because it's just go up just a hair, come down, go up a little bit sideways, just go up a hair, come down. So after getting over here, I've already taken off the second half of the position, and my stop right now is at the low of this candle, but it's going to make a couple of dollars second half, so I'm going to make money either way. But I prefer it to come up here and fill this flush down in right up here, which is about 120 away from where it's trading right now before I get stopped out. But I'm going to make money either way, so it's okay. CAD yen, I only look for sales on it, but you can see what happened if you went short. One opportunity, 2, 3, 4 opportunities, and there's your reward. So nothing to do on the CAD yen right now. Euro yen, there's that sell. Nothing to do on it either unless it pulls back up into here, but we are getting close to a yearly pivot. It is about 390 away from where we're trading. And see, it's tried to push up there. They smack it back down. This could be the next gusto to push up. I will be a seller when it gets up close to that. I'll be a seller on the euro yen. As of right now, I'm doing nothing on the euro yen. But that's the trades I look for. That my arrows, the push up, the low risk trade. The high of that candle was 165.35. Basically, the high of that candle was 33. Even if you don't get it, let's say you got 25. There was a $13 risk on that trade for that kind of reward, which is what, 100 and almost 200. Yep, basically 200 pips that move. Now I'd have taken half off when it got down in here, but then I would have been able to move it. There's the sideways move. That's what I want, is the little sideways move, and then the push down, and then I can follow it down to there. We kept going lower, made a little push sideways, push up, and then push it down lower. Then I can move it to there. But when this lime green, if it's lime green on your computer, shows up, which is like a daily weekly mixture, when that shows up, I'm looking to probably take the position off or really tighten my stop up. But I would have been in up here, and this would have happened down there, and if I'd have left it, I'd have got stopped out. So I made the right decision. So there's nothing to do on the euro yen. I'd be a seller only. The Aussie yen, I'd be a seller only. So the sell kind of ran away, didn't give you a chance, made a big old down candle and just kept going down, didn't give you a chance. I'm expecting a move back up in here, close to the 100 again, but look what's lying ahead, and that is 230 away from where we're trading. So I'm looking to be a seller before we get a little bit before we get to that yearly pivot. So for me, there's nothing to do on the Aussie yen. I'm not buying Aussie yen till this Bank of Japan thing gets over with. So that's everything for today. If you have any questions or comments, again, thank you for those who subscribed here within the last week or so. I appreciate that. This is for trading education purposes only. Of course, we have to say that. So trade with your it's all the money you can afford to lose. It's risky trading currencies. Actually, anything on the stock market is risky. So please do not trade with money you're having to use for rent, mortgage payment, car payment, food for your family. Please don't trade with that. If that's what you're doing, please stop and try to save money. You can learn for free. It doesn't cost anything. Of course, you're not going to make any money, but you can learn. And then when you do save the money and you're at a position where you can trade, you're that much further ahead. That's what I would suggest. So remember, this is Friday is a bank holiday in many countries. So tomorrow is going to be considered like a normal Friday. So trading is going to be hardly nothing tomorrow. There may be a movement tonight, might be a movement during Europe and first thing in the morning, but then after that it's going to be dead. Everybody's going to be gone for the long weekend, so I wouldn't chance it. But there will be people who trade 1 and 3 and 5 minute charts that will. They'll try to force trades in there. Good luck to them. I've been there, done that, and blew 2 accounts doing it. I won't ever go back to that, so I suggest you don't either if you're doing it. Because there's nobody successfully doing it on that I've seen. Because I have asked them, I said, show me how many pips you got, and they refuse. They go, I have a winning record, I don't have to show you. I go, yeah, I want to know how many pips you got, so I can divide it up and say per trade what you're taking. You can see I don't take 8 to 10 pips a trade, which brokers, houses, which other, like I use a Wanda, other people use different companies. And the brokers say on average that's what their traders that trade with them companies take 8 to 10 pips profit on their trades. You can see I don't do that. I'm nowhere near that. And it's less stress for me, which I like. I can control everything easier this way. So the video is being recorded. It'll be posted about 15 minutes. I will have another video tomorrow. And so everybody has a good night, and please trade wisely.